What's interesting is that if you were to say to someone just black and white, OK, you've got PSG, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, three of the best attackers in the world. This is a great chance for you to go and win the Champions League. Yet Pochettino is looking at Manchester United. How much of an indictment is that of the mess there is in Paris, or how much is it that down to Pochettino wanting to return to England?
I think a little bit of both. I think PSG are quite clearly in a mess, and you see that in the quality of manager who's been there and how that it's kind of... The project has largely failed in so many respects. I know they've won Liga, and I know Tuchel came close to the Champions League, but overall, you view their time there as not delivering on what they were brought to do, and they were fired. But then Pochettino has his greatest success in English football, and probably feels that's where he's best. So from the outside, the opportunity to work with the likes of Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe clearly is on paper the most enthralling, but given what clearly is poor working conditions, shall we call it, I'm not surprised that he's looking elsewhere.
Are you surprised, Frank?
Well, yes, I am surprised for some reasons. The first reason is when you have the chance to be the coach of one of the biggest clubs, you know, even if it's hard, even if we talk a lot about the problem you can face in the dressing room, there is a challenge, and the challenge is huge. Is to manage a big team and to make sure they're going to win the Champions League, and it's possible with Paris Saint-Germain. So I think it's a challenge you want to face. And right now with Manchester United, it's almost impossible. And with all due respect to the Manchester population, you know, you have a better life when you live in Paris than when you live in Manchester. So it's also a plus, you know, to be in the city like Paris. And I don't know. You know the problems that you have, you know, you're going to face when you're going to be at Manchester United, where people are seeing the history of the club. They don't see the team that they have right now. And so they live in a fantasy timing, and they therefore don't see the reality and the truth of what they're going to happen. And I'm not sure anybody can do anything. And it was going to take time to reverse the situation and make sure that Manchester United is back to its best. Right now, I don't see the light, and I don't see when it's going to happen.
What does your gut say in all of this, Jules?
It's interesting because if you're Pochettino, in a way you think, okay, let's finish this season with PSG, because you're right. And it's not about the player, it's a bigger picture of he can't work with Leonardo. The mentality is very different at PSG than what Pochettino wants, etc. But he knows, of course, he's not stupid, that he's got more chances to win the Champions League at PSG with Messi, Neymar and Mbappe than at Manchester United. So you could think, okay, I'll finish the season with Paris and I've got a chance to win Ligue 1, the French Cup, the Champions League, anything you want. And then I make the move to United. The problem is, if he waits 6 months, someone might come in now at United, even as an interim coach for 6 months, if that's what they want, do a really good job and then get the job for the next 3 years. And then that trend has passed once. I'm not sure how often the Manchester United trend will come back for Mauricio Pochettino. Already 3 years ago, the trend was there. Because of Daniel Levy, because of Spurs, didn't happen, and I think Poch was pretty disappointed at the time. He got over it, reached the Champions League final, etc. No problem. But I'm not sure how many times the trend will pass. The trend will be there for him, and I think that's why it's in the back of his mind, and that's why we've been also briefed that if it's offered to him now, he's ready to leave Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe and go to United now, because he's got a feeling that maybe if he doesn't take it now, if it's offered to him again, it might not be there for him in the summer.
Oh, they're a sucker for an interim manager as well.
He's got to be concerned about that.
Got to be concerned about their previous. But I tell you what, it's such a huge job because there's many different facets to this, and two of them are nothing to do with Man United directly. There are, when's Klopp and Guardiola going to leave Man City and Liverpool?
Right.
That's a big thing, because if they both bolt in a year or two or whatever it is, I've got a better chance of making Man United successful. Because the chances of following those two with better coaches is slim to zero, right? So there's potential for them to go slightly back the way. That's one way to look at it. The other side is, I would be looking at what players you need to get out at United if you're going to take that job.
Right.
For sure. Pogba, yes. No matter, forget the talent, all that, I don't think we're keeping him there anymore. Pogba, Fred, Matic, Wan-Bissaka, problem. Not in terms of the boy himself. The fact that I think going forward, yeah. Anybody like who's kind of dead wood needs to go. Wan-Bissaka, good young lad defensively, very quick. Not good enough for Man United going forward, I'm afraid, at this level. So there are 4 or 5 that I would consider players, 3 or 4, who would consider themselves maybe first 11 players. Whoever comes in is not going to challenge the others that I mentioned with those players in the team, and it's not easy getting some of these players out and getting others in. So it's a huge, huge ask.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.